Welcome back to the Stream of Consciousness, everyone. I'm your host, Cyrus. This is a very special You Got What You Deserved edition where we've got two people arguing at a preseason NFL game, the Steelers versus the Lions. You've got a lady here on the right arguing with this guy on the left with the dreadlocks. Now, this lady's boyfriend, he's just sitting here with the hat on, shoulders shrugged, pretending like he doesn't even notice, trying to watch the game. He's like, hey, buddy, I got to go home with her, you know? This guy's like, man, control your girlfriend. She's shouting in my face. I don't know. Let's just see how this goes. Oh, my God. And then here's the fight. He takes his glasses off, and here comes the boom. Oh, doesn't even have the high ground. Still just dropping bombs. Ooh, lights out. Just turned him off. Notices he's turned off and stops. Stops. Look at that. Good restraint. Very good restraint. She covers him up. She slapped him. She slapped him in his face. She hit him first. Somebody get his glasses. She's telling him to sit down. This guy right here, he's leaning to his right. He's going to be leaning like this for a while. He's just trying to get his bearings. Little twig boy. We talked about this with Deontay in the previous episodes, but if your biceps are not as wide as your elbows, you are very weak. Do not involve yourself in fights. So let's go back and look at some lessons here. You know, you got a lot of channels basically rooting this dude on for kicking the boyfriend's ass. And, you know, once the physical fight starts, I completely agree with him. He was actually showed surprising restraint. I mean, he could have really just delivered some blows. Doesn't hit the lady. Doesn't hit the guy after he notices that the guy is unconscious. But in general, I think people are missing the mark here, which is that you shouldn't get involved in these ego shouting contests in the first place. You know, if you find yourself in a situation where someone's just standing in your face shouting at you, you just leave, de-escalate, apologize, even if it's not your fault. You don't know what's going on in their life. I've been riding public transit for over 10 years now. And one of the things I've learned is there's just crazy people out there with a lot of anger issues, and they shout at the world. They shout at anybody who's in their way. I've been shouted at before, things that didn't do anything. I just got shouted at for looking the wrong way. Somebody yelled at me because I was wearing a tie once. I was like dressed up coming home from a job interview, and they were just like yelling at me for being a yuppie. Some asshole on BART, you know? Pretty funny too, because I'm not a small person. I'm over 6 feet tall. I'm like 235 pounds. Anyone who's ever yelled at me, I could have easily kicked their asses. I just don't have an interest in that kind of thing. Like this type of aggression, this type of like, I gotta prove to you that I'm a tough guy. Okay, whatever. I'll prove to you I'm a tough guy by taking care of my friends and family, okay? By avoiding fights and by staying safe. That's what a tough guy does. Tough guy doesn't like start shouting with some Karen at a fucking game. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe she called him some sort of racial epithet. Maybe she went over the line. I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm not like going to point too many fingers until I know the details. All I'm saying is it doesn't look good. All right. It just, you're in a shouting match with a stranger. It escalated it into a fight. I don't care that you won. You know, you could still end up in some legal trouble. You don't know what the situation's going to be here. You're lucky this thing was on film. Otherwise, I'd have to take your word versus theirs. Either way, neither one of these guys is a particularly big or strong guy. It just so happens that the guy who was sitting down was a twig boy. Let's go ahead and watch it one more time. Oh. I love how he takes his glasses off before he kicks the guy's ass. Oh! Oh! Oh, 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 right hand, more right hand. I think that's kind of funny, by the way, everybody. When you're fighting somebody, watch out for that right hand. Let's go ahead and take a look. It's 100% right hands. It's right hand. Right hands, more right hands, and right hand with more right hand. Just hold on to each other's shirts. Very few people punch with the left hand. Turns out it works just like your right one does. Let's keep going, keep watching. Shoves her to the side, winds up. So like he's winding up now to just deliver the blow. This guy's in law. He's sleeping. Look at his head. He's sleeping. And when he notices he's sleeping, he stops. Check this out. Oh, nice. He's just like, he's just disgusted. It's like, man, this idiot tried to start a fight with me, dude. Don't get mad at me. I just love this stumble. He tried to stand up. Now he's just like, oh shit, I gotta fucking hold on to something. And his girlfriend's just like, baby, what happened? You got your boyfriend's ass kicked. That's what happened. Sit down. She's like telling us, sit down. Somebody get his glasses. Still finds time to turn around and bark at the guy. She's like, still got words, you know? Look at this. She's like trying to like fucking duck around the other dude who's de-escalating. Just unbelievable. So again, as we said, don't get in fights, don't get in arguments, don't shout at people. You're not a kid. You don't know what people are armed with. There's all kinds of videos I could run where situations like this escalated into murder. But you know, YouTube obviously won't let me show you those. But it happens. It happens every day, and everybody just sits around with their fucking thumb up their ass, going, "Oh, how did this happen?" Not noticing the like 5 minutes of wind up where there was 18 million de-escalation opportunities. So, you know, turn your back, walk away. It's not an ego contest. This is a fucking preseason game. There's a million empty seats. I mean, just look here, look over there, you know, just move around, go have some fun, jump around from seat to seat. I do that with my buddies when when there's not a lot of people there, when it's pretty empty. I like to check out different parts of the stadium. Like, why would you want to spend the entire time in the same seats? Fucking, when you get up, go get some snacks. You know, go with your buddies, get some snacks, sit down somewhere else. You might find there's other parts of the stadium that are more fun or better view or just better whatever. My favorite is where the fans actually come together, the fans from the two different teams. Like when you go to a Cal-Stanford game and you're right where the Cal fans and the Stanford fans come together. That's really fun. But you have to have the temperament to understand that, you know, insults are going to be flying, but it should be good-natured. If it stops being good-natured, you should stop doing it. It's just ridiculous. So, whatever. These fucking idiots all around.